Chris from 716 Car Guys. The weather in Buffalo just has not been cooperating with us. We've had multiple days of just rain, and kind of chilly crap weather up here. So we're going to use this time to talk about our two low and slow cars. We love going fast, doing burnouts and drag racing and all that crazy stuff, but sometimes you just want to sit back and cruise. That's why we have these two vehicles. We did get some cool footage of Chris's Mustang on the dyno, so we're going to see what that thing's really made of. So we'll take a look at that. And I'm going to show you guys my 1955 Buick Special. She's an old school lead sled. And let's take a look at that. And what does Chris have to show us today?
I'll be showing off my 2005 Z71 Tahoe that I've had for just about 3 years now. The truck was completely stock when I bought it from the dealer. So everything you will see on it was done by me. My coworkers helped me out. I had a few friends that helped me out. They know who they are. So that truck turned out very good.
You don't see those trucks in good shape up here. They usually rot out pretty bad.
They did.
They'll rot out and die before those motors will. But they're great trucks. I love them, and his is probably one of the nicer ones up here. Make sure to like and subscribe. And, of course, we got some screwing around and some friends racing in this video. So let's take a look. I've had the car 4 years now. She's a little rough around the edges. She is a 55 Buick, but I believe she was customized in the early 60s. If you don't know what you're looking at, this is not what a 55 Buick looks like. This is all Frenched. This is all fiberglass and molded into one piece. She's got a 56 Oldsmobile front grille. And the whole car is pretty customized. A lot of fiberglassing, a full custom interior. There's no keys. When I bought this car, there was no keys on it. Everything's buttons and switches, so that's really cool. The trunk is opened by a button, so I'll show you guys that in a second. But yeah, I love this car. This thing means the world to me. I always love lead sleds and customs. That's what they call these. I don't have the knowledge to really build my own, and I don't have the money to buy a real nice one. So finding one that was sitting for over 10 years was perfect. You know, I could bring her back to life. Brake lines, fuel lines, it needed a gas tank, a little bit of work here and there. A lot of polishing and cleaning, but yeah, she's a survivor, man. You don't see a lot of these. A lot of these old customs got cut up and turned into pro touring cars or turned into something else. You know, these cars are a part of history. These are the customs that started it all, you know. And her name is Betty Lou. I was gonna change that when I purchased the car, but you can't really change her name, you know. That's who she is, so that's your identity. But yeah, let's take a look at the trunk. All right, guys, you open the gas door. There's a hidden little button in here. You push that. And then you open this up, and that's what she looks like. Not perfect, but like I said, she's an old custom. She's an old girl. Old shag carpeting. We got the custom boot over the spare tire. A lot of the custom guys back in the day, they did a real popular thing. They used to get these gas, oil, and water cans and made them match the cars. So that was like an old school thing I wanted to do. And down here, this is a picture like Chris was showing you. That's what it looked like when we bought it. She was sitting, I believe, since 2005, 2006. I bought the car in 2015, so the car was sitting for a long time. A lot of rats, a lot of critters living in her. So just needed to be brought back to life, though. The car was all there. It was a great car, man. She's not pretty under here, but that's the original 264 nail head in it. It's a little V8, you know, she's not a rocket ship by any means. And I know that looks terrible. It's just one of those things I haven't gotten to. You know, this car's passed through a lot of owners, so it's had a lot of hands in it, unfortunately. I do have another 264 that's going to go in it. I'm going to do a little head work, nothing real crazy, but I do got a really cool set of 3.2s going in it. Three Offenhauser carburetors with the old school stacks on it. And I did redo the original Harrison brass radiator from 1955, so I'm proud that I splurged and I got the original radiator in it, so when this polishes up, she's going to look good. So one of the final things I have left on it to really get the car looking good for a while, until down the road when I fully repaint the car and redo the whole vehicle. But I just love the old school look to it. You know, this is how she is. She's a survivor. Yeah, she's a little grimy and dirty right now, guys, but fresh out of my garage. But these old taillights, man, these are all custom hand-shaped fiberglass taillights. Real popular thing guys used to do in the day, and unfortunately that talent's long gone. A lot of lead work or fiberglass work to mold the bumper and make these taillights like they are. A lot of customs, they take taillights off another car and put them on a different car, but honestly, I never met a customizer that could tell me what these exactly were, so I think these are just handmade by some guy in his garage. I love these old school interiors. I love the old dashboards. The 50s and 60s, man, they really came alive, and they put love and heart into designing them. You know, the people that were designing them cared about what they were doing, and they got characteristics to them that I really love. I'm a big sucker for pinstriping, man. I love pinstriping. So when I bought the car, it was love at first sight, the real crazy pinstripe dashboard. But when I purchased the vehicle, I had a really terrible, hacky Alpine cassette player that was butchered in there, and it just looked god-awful. Chris hooked me up at Custom Radio. Custom Auto Sounds, they sell these vintage-looking radios. They got aux to them. Now they sell them with Bluetooth. They look vintage, but they give you a nice, crisp sound. And they give you this awesome little trim plate that you can paint. And it looks great in the car. And it looks old school, but you can be able to listen to tunes when you're cruising. You know, low and slow, you got to have some music. So I love that feature about this car. Another thing was, like I said, the car didn't have any keys when I bought the car. Everything's buttons and switches. So right here is the door popper on the inside. You give that a push, and the door opens. And same with the spotlights on the outside. That's how you get in. So a couple cool old school custom features that I just love are authentic about this car. Every car guy I think can relate. You come across something special that you've always wanted, and there's really no price on it. I've had a few people actually trying to purchase Betty Lou off me, and I love this car. It was a dream come true. I got lucky finding it. I got the car cheap. I ended up picking the car up for $4,500. I have a little under 8 into it, and the car is worth way more than that. And she's the real deal vintage custom, man. She's not a replica. She's an OG, you know. It's a real custom from back in the day, and you can't put a price on that. And I'm 29 years old. To come across a car like this like I did, you know, that's a hot rodder's dream. So I think me and Betty Lou are going to be together for a while.
I would like to start by saying a lot of this truck was built from Amazon and eBay parts. To be fair, I will give everyone that opportunity to understand that this truck was actually put together on a pretty smooth budget, actually. Like, for example, the Silverado SS bumper cover, that was from eBay. The mesh grille, eBay. Headlights, Amazon. Not sure how well this is going to look in the day. They're not on right now, but I have LED low beams and high beams, and the DRL, I actually took the socket out and mirrored in the turn signal socket. So when I'm driving normal, both of these are lit up pure white, and when I put my turn signals on, both of these switch over to amber at the same time, which is pretty slick. You don't see them too often. I also have a Durali Trans Temp fan with a radiator inside there. That was also from Amazon. If you know these trucks, it does have a 4L60E in it. Needless to say, those don't have a super amazing track record, so anything I could do to help it, I tried doing. Windshield is tinted 35%. All the other windows are 5% over 20. They are as black as can be. 26-inch dub baller replica wheels. This truck does have a Beltec 3.5 drop. And I have your standard drilled and slotted rotors, and I painted the calipers red to make them look a little nicer. Coming on over to the back of the truck, let's start with saying, so the roof rack was deleted recently on this truck. I thought that was a big point. This truck does look a lot better to me personally without the roof rack on it. I do also have Cadillac Escalade rear pillars. They're a lot smoother. The ones that came on this truck, if you've ever seen them, they have slots on them. They look aggressive and just didn't fit the style of the truck. Also had the button to release the glass of the hatch and the wiper deleted off the back of the truck. Also has a Amazon roll pan on it. Under the hood is pretty stock. It's not impressive, but I will show, by the way, this is also a 2002 Silverado HD hood. That was another little piece of the puzzle that I definitely wanted to have. This is a 180,000 mile factory 5.3. The only thing done to this truck is an air intake and a high output alternator. And actually, believe it or not, this is probably, unfortunately, my most reliable vehicle. So kudos to GM. If you've ever owned one of these trucks, these are very, very solid trucks. And here is a quick interior shot. The truck has a pretty standard interior. It's in good shape, but it's not super custom. You know, besides my audio equipment, I do have, like I said, a bunch of audio. Wireless phone charger I flush into the center console. That was a little neat trick I did. I just recently built this gauge cluster for the truck not too long ago. I wanted something that looked a little classy, because these trucks did have just a standard black gauge face to them. Did not look very well. And last but not least, I will go over the audio build, since that is my forte. This truck has a pair of Digital Designs 9515 subwoofers. There is a DD M2C, one per sub, so there's two of those. Each sub is seeing 2,500 watts. The box was built by us. We have a little bit of tan vinyl, black vinyl, some carbon fiber in there, color chasing RGB lights to make it look a little nicer. Pioneer 8200 NEX radio. I do have full cal component sets. It's the Expert series, and the doors, I'm a huge fan of the way those sound. And yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Got to a cool little meet spot, hanging out with some friends, and turns out one of these garage vans has the dyno in it. So we're gonna have a little fun here. We're gonna throw Chris's Mustang on the dyno. So we'll keep you posted, see what numbers this thing actually makes.